Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1084. Hello, my name. What is it? Mike Matthews, and this is Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont. Today we hear from Madam Rootabega, Valentino, Bison, Bentley, plus the segment Holding Court with Lady KATY. And as I am talking to you, I notice that I am doing
Mike's Daily Podcast.
The bobblehead back and forth when I talk. Why am I bobbleheading? I hate that.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Or maybe I should love it. So I never thought I'd say anything nice about John Boehner. He spoke at Stanford, probably for a large retainer. He said that Ted Cruz is annoying, and he's like Lucifer. That's something most of us were sure of. Cruz said that he maybe
Mike's Daily Podcast.
This is Cruz's defense is that he said maybe 50 words to John Boehner. Now,
Mike's
how on earth
Daily
is that supposed to be
Podcast.
a defense? Okay,
Yeah.
You're a senator. You work in politics. You're causing a government shutdown, which is causing the loss of money, of income. People aren't getting paychecks. People are going to default on bills, and all life is going to hit the fan. And you don't even talk to the Speaker of the House? You total waste of gooey flesh cells. I never noticed how much processing there is on this microphone, but we're getting this microphone in a nice way from my job, which I found out yesterday. I have been at my current job for a whole year. I'm going to clap for myself. That's all that I need is my own applause. I can't believe it. Well, in May, it'll be 1 year. They gave me a little certificate at the lunch yesterday, the company lunch, which there was so much pizza and several boxes of the most delicious pizza, Mountain Mike's. Not to give them a free plug because, quite frankly, I'm not going to really say anything nice about them after this sentence ends right here. So much grease! Oh my God, their little pepperonis turn into little grease cups. Look who just walked in. Hello, Michael Matthews, Madam Rootabega. I love the John Boehner. He's so hot and sexy. Yeah, John Boehner, he's retired. He finally had enough of the Tea Partiers, and especially Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz! I just have to say that I maybe only spoke to John Boehner 50 words I said to Boehner. And that's all I said to Boehner. Let's hear it for Justin Bieber. He's a babe. Wait a minute, I'm not gay. I'm completely straight. I'm Ted Cruz. A total waste of gooey flesh cells. John Boehner also, at the same question and answer, he was being interviewed by one of the teachers there at Stanford. He was asked about Hillary. And of course, John Boehner didn't say anything nice about Hillary. He's like, well, he said something about, professional. Oh, look who just walked in. He said something like, in a professional sort of way, but said, look at me, I'm a woman. Vote for me, I'm a woman. And so he did that, pulled that thing, which he got boos from the crowd. Thankfully, Stanford was on their game. Yay. But he does like Bernie. Boehner likes Bernie, and it turns out that they're like old friends, but he said, I don't agree with it. Friends. Scary. He says, I don't agree with any of Bernie's stances on anything. So that was an interesting talk with John Boehner, and that he dislikes Ted Cruz. Oh, and he also said John Kasich was a lot of work. It was like a hard friendship to maintain or something like that. And the Ohio connection, that they're both from Ohio, didn't really connect them all that much. Very interesting. I got that. I went straight to the Stanford newspaper to read that article, which was the ones that originally posted it, because they were the ones that were there, and thank you for being there. So I didn't have to be. But I tell you where I was. I was at Panera on Wednesday, not to give them a free plug, because their food is really, it's supposed to be healthy, and there are so many calories in just about everything they sell. I had one of their caloric-filled sandwiches, which was so good. Oh, their Italian combo thing. And I ordered it with the little tablet at the front. But I must say this about Panera. People go there to eat because they want fast food, right? They want to get in, get out. And forget about any sort of etiquette. There was a guy behind me that was burping, that was, coughing up phlegm, all this disgusting stuff. And it's like, dude, you're in a restaurant. No, I'm not. I'm at a Panera. Dude, is what I wanted to say. But there were a lot of pretty women at Panera. I don't understand what that is. What's the draw? Women, I guess they think they're eating healthy, but they're really not. And ordering with that tablet is awesome, because then you don't even have to stand in line. But it was so packed, and it wasn't even lunchtime yet. Weird. Isn't that weird, or is that just me? Oh, some people walked in whilst I was speaking.
Hello there, Mike. It's Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, Panera.
I know, right?
Yeah. John Boehner should run for president there. He tells it like it is. Ted Cruz does look like a scary freak.
Yeah, freak. He's Lucifer. He's the Antichrist. Do you know that? I don't know about that, but thank you, Bison Bentley, for saying that. I recorded a talk show yesterday because that's part of my job where I've been for almost a year. And the guy that was doing the talk show, he brought in his own producer dude, assistant, who's a young kid who's trying to make it in the radio industry, even though that is a stupid move. All the radio guys that have been in radio for a long time are they did this to me when I was a kid. They're like, don't do it. Don't get into radio. It'll only lead to heartache. And they were right. But this guy, this talk show host guy, is totally using this kid. The kid is doing all the work. So this talk show host, what he does is he interviews these people. He has these guests, and he doesn't even... as I put my hand to my face and rub my temples. When you do an interview, you gotta listen. That is Snyder 101. Oh crap, I can't think of Snyder's first name. The guy that had the show for a long time, late night. Or Bob Costas, when he had Later. Yes, he's the one that started Later, before Greg Kinnear took it over, and then later on, what's his name? Carson Daly, who still has it. He's been doing it for quite a while. But back then, it was just a two-seater, two people sat down, the host and the guest, and they chatted away. And they discussed... it was great interviewing, and you got every good interviewer will tell you got to listen, and you got to anticipate. You got to kind of anticipate the answer, but leave open the unpredictability factor. And this guy didn't do any of that, and he wasn't even listening. He was playing with his cell phone, like playing a video game while he's doing the interview. Horrible. And then he gets mad at me because I'm trying to give him time. Signs look, you've only got 2 minutes left in this segment, and he's not looking up, so I'm not able to give him the signs. And we do have this special thing, this button that if you press, it goes into their little headphones that they're wearing, and you can talk to them directly, as if God were speaking directly to Moses. But I didn't know if I was able to do that with this guy, because he's easily distractible. Somebody drops a pen and he loses his complete track. What happened? And then he gets mad at you for that. So anyway, I'm glad that was 3 hours of that, and that was not enjoyable. So, but whatever. That's part of this job. And I love trucks. Trucks are so much fun. I mentioned that as my final topic. when you're driving by a truck and you get the nice blast of diesel and other smells coming at you, and then the loud noise, and then they drive really slow, so it causes traffic jams. I love trucks. Okay, Mike'sDailyPodcast.com is where you can go to check out all the stuff there, the past podcasts, the blog, all the places you can listen to the show. And if you do listen to the show in iTunes, make sure to rate it, comment on it, so that more people find out about us and we don't languish in obscurity as much. There's also an Amazon link if you're going to buy anything on Amazon. Let's say perhaps you're going to buy a truck. Go through that link at Mike'sDailyPodcast.com to Amazon, and that helps us out. There's also the PayPal if you'd like to donate any money. You will get a special greeting from all the Cafe Anyway characters saying something. And finally, there's the podcast pictures, and we got a special gallery for all the past podcast pictures. I'll let you know what the latest one is, explain it to you coming up. But first, let's get to the segment Holding Court with Lady KATY.
Holding Court with Lady KATY.
Lady KATY.
Lady KATY.
KATY, make the listener want to keep listening.
I'm in such a sad mood today. I just have nothing to offer.
I hate your job for making you sad.
It's not my job. It's really not. It was just a bad day. Just a day that I went into with all intention of being happy and positive, and just...
Mondays. Did you have a good weekend?
I had a great weekend, actually. Fantastic weekend.
Did you meet another guy through bagels and cheese?
I did. I mean, I've been dating... I've been going on a few dates recently from Coffee Meets Bagel, and just... really positive experiences, actually. Really nice things. But the really... Yay, the dogs are playing.
Totally galloping.
One very special thing that happened this weekend is I went to a really special birthday party for a girlfriend. And it was a gift to be there. And you could tell that it was a gift for her to throw the party. It was really special. It was one of the more special events I've been to in my life.
Wow, that's quite a birthday party. Wait, did she throw the party? Basil's dripping water all over me. Did she throw the party for herself? Basil's trying to lick my face.
he's trying and failing. It's so funny. He's just licking near your face. Oh, Basil. Poor innocent Basil.
Oh, my good boy, yeah.
He's a good boy.
I got some whiskers today, so maybe he likes...
You didn't shave your whole circumference of your head today.
No, I didn't. I guess Basil likes that. Oh, yeah.
He does.
Okay.
She threw it for herself, but it wasn't in a weird way. It was, she did it. She said that she wanted it to be a gift for her friends. She wanted to give something to her friends for her birthday. And she gave us this sweet little experience of it. It was a tea, and she planned it all out to be all kinds of special little, just intangible gifts. It was really sweet. Little tributes. She honored everybody. She prayed. She's a Christian. She prayed for everyone there. And she's a person that is so present in the moment and so open to whatever may happen. It was really interesting. She didn't try to rush through any moment. You can tell that she's just very purposeful about staying in each moment and listening to the words of other people and thinking about the words she's saying. And then she and her friends sang a song for us.
Wow.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was really beautiful.
Sounds like a really deep experience.
I want to say it was transcendent, and it really was.
Did it make you feel that you're zipping through life really fast and you need to slow down and smell the roses?
No, because I have tried to be more purposeful in the last few years, so I feel good about the way I'm living. But it really made me so thankful to have the people in my life that I do. I think for everybody there, we all felt affirmed, and we have good people around us. We have a lot to be thankful for. It was really nice.
Wow.
where there like little cards exchanged and little cakes and teas and little jugs of cream to put into the tea.
So, Mike, actually, in light of this party, I want to say some nice things to you.
Oh my God! Wow. Okay, go ahead. Now. I can't wait. Wait, do I have to do something? No. Do I have to get into a tea dress or something?
Yes. Now that you mentioned that, yes, I would enjoy that.
Let me go change. Okay, I'm back in my tea dress. Go ahead.
You have a real gift for connecting with people and talking to people and
and with dogs.
I notice that people that you encounter when I see you at the dog park or on the trail, you know a lot of people, and you obviously are very good at connecting with them. You have a real gift for making people feel special and heard, and like their words are interesting, and I think you're a real gift to the people around you. I love knowing you. I love being your friend. You really make my life a lot happier.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Katie. That is so nice.
You're welcome.
And Katie, you are also very kind and warm and nice, and I think you see the positive in people.
I try. That's something my mom enforced in me too. Have you seen the movie Pollyanna?
No. What's that about?
Really?
Is that something else I got to look up on Google and you can't tell me? Hi, Melly.
It's what's the girl who was in, I think part of her name is Haley.
Oh, Haley Mills.
Haley Mills. Yeah. She's in that movie. She plays a little girl named Pollyanna who is so positive. She's overly positive to the point where her dad used to play a game with her called the Glad Game. And she always says that to people, let's play the Glad Game. She comes into this town, her parents have died, and she comes to live with her Aunt Polly. And her Aunt Polly and all the people in this town are really negative. Just, they see the worst in people, they don't help each other, they're mean-spirited. And Pollyanna comes in and she's this bright little light, and at first everyone's annoyed by her and they don't understand her, but of course over the course of the movie she changes everybody, and they end up in the very end they rename the town the Glad Town because she's changed everyone, and it's really sweet. And part of a big point in that movie is that she befriends the pastor. Are we out of time?
No, we still got time.
She befriends the pastor of the town, and he, in the beginning, is this fire and brimstone. God's wrath is on everyone, and you're all evil. And he's focusing on these parts of the Bible that give that message. But she is also, her father was a missionary, and she comes and she says, my dad always taught me to look at the happy texts. She says it, to look at the happy texts in the Bible, and to look at the things that are, make people feel happy and make them smile in the Bible. And so she also shares a quote with him by Abraham Lincoln, which says, look for the good in people. I don't know if that's the exact quote, but that's the gist of it. So my mom's little motto in life is look for the good in people. And all that to say, I think it is a valuable quality, and it's nice that you see that in me. I see that in you too. And I think there's a good balance to it of saying, you know what, there are a lot of good people and there are people who are really bad. But it's, there are a lot of good people in the world too, and we can celebrate that. We can be happy about that.
I got to see this movie, and it's like from the 70s.
Yeah, it's old. It's old, but it's great. Pollyanna, check it out.
But isn't the term like, oh, she's being Pollyanna, isn't that like derogatory?
It is, but because I think you can kind of think she's naive or she's just too positive, but in light of the movie, it's a very sweet message.
Yeah. I know. Oh, now Mally's found a stick. I know some people that just walk around with a cloud over their head. Basil's kissing me again. And Kevin, who sometimes does this, he hasn't done it in a long time. Maybe he'll never do it again. Kevin does Addendum with Kevin. He does this funny impression where he's like, I hate this job, I hate this floor, I hate that ceiling, and like that's the kind of negative people that we laugh at. So, I mean, you can't go through life. Like, they gotta be kind of yeah, there's silver linings in things. Yeah. But thank you. That you just made my day.
I'm glad.
You made my day.
Well, you know, honestly, Mike, I had a really bad day today, and even before I left here, I almost texted you and said I can't come because I was almost going to cry. And then I thought, but I'm so excited to talk to Mike. It'll be a good part of my day. I know it. So that's who you are to me. You're a positive, happy, fun person that I really like spending time with.
Oh, yay. So we can spend some more? That's fine?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you're a happy pill for me, too.
Oh.
And you're a happy pill for Basil.
Well, he just cried, so I don't know.
No, that was his happy cry.
Okay.
I think.
Good.
Either that or he's in pain. Someone get a tourniquet. Hurry. Well, thank you. And you know what, dearest listener, if you haven't thrown up all over yourself at this point, you should go and tell someone how much they make you happy.
Yes, it's a real gift to just tell people how you feel about them.
It is. And to have a dog, because we're laughing hysterically at our dogs doing weird things with this pile of sticks that we're sitting next to.
So what are our takeaway points from this episode? Don't eat mammals.
Don't eat mammals while you're holding court with KATY, Lady KATY. Only drink tea. Only drink tea.
Get a dog. And say nice things to people.
Say nice things to people.
And play the glad game.
Yes. And if you find a baby in the woods, name him Moses and call the authorities. Or Genesis, like that other guy at that pasture.
Yeah, Genesis is a great name.
And then don't bring up weird people that you meet at bars that are moving to Texas. I don't know why I brought up that story, but that lady was strange.
Well, she's going far away from us. It's okay.
But yeah, I think she felt good though after talking to me because I gave her a lot of boost. I boosted her, confidence about moving to the South, saying that it's going to be a good experience.
That's your gift?
I think Texas is part of the South, don't you?
Absolutely.
We're Californians. We can say that.
I'm pretty sure that's undisputed that the Texas.
Is it really?
Texas is the South.
Right. Okay. There's a historical precedent for that.
I would say yes. Take a poll with your listeners. Is Texas the South? Yes or no?
KATY wants you to email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. Oh, did you know I'm on a country station on the weekend? You've seen me post that on Facebook. Yeah. I'm on this Country Crossroads radio station. They just gave me an email. It's mike@countrycrossroadsradio.com. You can email me there too.
Whoa! Email both email addresses.
Or comment on Facebook or Twitter or... I'm on Tumblr, KATY.
Wow. You're all over the web. It's great.
So,
What's your Tumblr?
MikeBlogs.tumblr.com or Mike's Daily Podcast. I have two.
Oh, okay. Good news.
But I took Mike Blogs because when I first found Tumblr back in 2008 or 9, everybody's like, it's a blog. So I'm like, okay, well, Mike Matthews is already taken, so... Mike Blogs. Mike
Blogs is like a sentence, like Mike Blogs, period, right?
Yeah, it's a subject and a verb.
Got it. Okay. At first I heard it like, in my mind it would be Mike's blog, but it was Mike Blogs.
Oh.
Then I realized it's like a sentence, Mike Blogs.
Because my Twitter is Mike Talks.
Oh, I get it.
And so is my Facebook.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm learning things.
Because if you don't type, wow, Basil loves that stick he just got.
There is about half of each of your podcasts that should be video. It's like, let me narrate.
I'm a horrible video editor. Audio is simple and fun for me, but video...
Oh, the dogs are playing.
It's so great.
Well, this was, I think we should record more regularly, even though this episode was kind of a downer, I think.
I've split it into 2 parts.
Oh, that's magic.
So I guess this is the end of our... Anything else before we wrap this up? But we'll do another one soon.
We'll do another one soon. That's the bright spot to end on.
Yay!
Yay! And now the yay sound effects will come in. Yay!
Oh, the applause. Yeah, we put that right here. Right. Yay.
Yay!
There we go! Clapping for Lady KATY as we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. We'll have her on again real soon.
And here's today's podcast picture.
And the podcast picture, well, yesterday's podcast picture was with Lady KATY, and I got so many likes on Facebook. I got 4. But the people were like, oh my gosh, look at who's that really beautiful woman there? That was Lady KATY on yesterday's show. Now, today's show, though, the latest podcast features a podcast picture of Basil the Boxer. And what he is doing in this picture is looking at goldfish. Big goldfish. Do you remember a couple months back I posted a picture of this cat for cows? There's like a big drinking trough. And there's all these goldfish in this drinking trough. And to get to this drinking trough for cows, you have to go way up in the hills there above Podcastro Valley in 5 Canyons. And so these fish are still there. I was there yesterday, and the fish are alive and doing fantastic. So I took a picture of Basil, finally saw that there were fish in this trough, and he tried to get them. He stuck his face, got into the water, and then he's like, oh, this is water. And he started to drink that disgusting water. I'm like, Basil, you're drinking fish poop. So, but anyway, there's a cute picture of Basil looking at the fish. There, you can see that at mikesdailypodcast.com. And next show, it's going to be Shelley Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer. Oh, I almost forgot. So Lifeline has ended. Was it Loveline? Loveline has ended, sorry. Lifeline is a show at the place that I work at. And it's been on for a long time. Loveline has been on for over 30 years, and it ended, I think it ended last night. I don't know, I never listened to it. I hate it. But Dr. Drew came from it, and it had some funny moments. Adam Carolla came from that. I remember listening a couple times and laughing, but lately it's been bad. I kind of was listening, our local alternative rock station carries it, and I was listening to it a couple weeks back, and I was, what? Why? It's basically people calling in with their problems having to do with sex in all manners and forms, and they talk all disgusting. And it was something that aired like from 10 p.m. to midnight. But it's done now. What I thought was interesting was the producer, the lady that produced the show, a la like kind of like what I was talking about, what I do earlier in the show when I was having to deal with that interesting talk show host guy that didn't listen to people when they were talking and while he was doing the interviews with them, thus making horrible interviews. But the producer of the show, Loveline, had been the producer from the beginning. So she has been with the show for over 30 years. And that just, Ingle, I think was her, Ann Ingle, I think was her name. But anyway, that's just amazing. So let's go.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Tom Snyder.